Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. So I'm here today, Friday, for another roundup. Of course, there's a lot of Doomfist talk in the air now that he's been just released out of nowhere, really. And we're gonna focus some of this roundup on Doomfist related things, but also a lot of it on just the typical roundup stuff. Basically having a look at what the developers have been talking about on the forums and that sort of stuff. Anyway, let's get started, and we're gonna start off with a Terry Crews tweet actually. So as a lot of you probably know, Terry Crews was sort of a candidate for Doomfist in the community's mind, but not really by Blizzard apparently. A lot of us thought that Terry Crews would potentially be Doomfist after some big Reddit posts about it and that sort of thing. So yesterday when Doomfist came out, and it turns out that Terry Crews is not the voice actor for the new hero, he tweeted the following: "I will always love Overwatch and everyone at Blizzard Entertainment. Doomfist is incredible and I'm happy to have had all the fans' consideration." It's really awesome to see him recognize this and tweet about this. It was quite a big deal, and a lot of people were actually spamming Terry Crews live streams and other things with Doomfist related questions and so on. And now in retrospect, I feel kind of bad for throwing all of that at Terry. And I still think personally that he would have made an awesome voice actor for Doomfist. Anyway, let's move on to the actual developer posts. And we're gonna start off with a Doomfist related one just to have that out of the way from the start at least. And it's Jeff Goodman with just a small post answering a question about Junkrat's trap. So basically the question was, why does Rocket Punch destroy Junkrat's trap? So Rocket Punch is the right click ability for Doomfist. You might have seen it in yesterday's ability video. The reason as to why someone asks this is because if Reinhardt charges, for example, and hits a Junkrat trap, he will be trapped in it, but Doomfist would just destroy it. So Jeff Goodman says that this is not intended. I'll get a fix in, thanks. So indeed, you're not supposed to be able to destroy the Junkrat traps, and Jeff Goodman and the team are working on fixing that, so just FYI for all of you that might have noticed this. So yeah. Anyway, we're moving on to a post by Jeff Kaplan. This is in a thread named "A Daily Reminder for the Console Reporting System." A lot of console players want a proper reporting system as there currently isn't one on console. We made videos on this in the past and we think it's important as well. Jeff Kaplan actually responded yesterday. I believe this was about an hour or two before Doomfist's release. So I'm glad he took the time to actually post this. And Jeff said, "This is still being worked on. We really appreciate your patience. The system is extremely challenging from a technical standpoint because it goes beyond a simple change to the Overwatch game client. We have the Overwatch team and the Battle.net team working to integrate this into both Sony and Microsoft's existing architecture, and we want this as badly as you do. I don't have an ETA, but it is being worked on." So that's very nice to see. And yes, we've talked about this in the past as well, how it is very challenging to create a system like this for console. But yeah, it's good to see that this is still in the works. To all of you console players out there, don't worry too much, it is coming sooner or later. These sort of things just take time. Moving on, we're gonna finish off with a bit of a Michael Chu lore wrap up slash correction slash I don't know, just something. It's just a bunch of Michael Chu posts about lore basically. Some of them are more serious than others, and some of them are kind of just for fun. But we have 3 here and I'm just gonna list them all real quick. First off, a post named "Tracer Probs Isn't Dead." And this post was created because in the Doomfist animated Origins short thingy that was uploaded yesterday on the Play Overwatch YouTube channel, we get to see the big fight between Winston and the Overwatch agents versus Doomfist back in the day. Now, a lot of people didn't realize quite when this was taking place, so there were actually quite a few questions about Tracer losing her chronal accelerator. This is the thing that is equipped on her chest and back, and is what keeps her from zipping through time uncontrollably, essentially. Winston made this device, and in that fight she does lose it, so Michael Chu jumps in and just puts everyone back on track and says, "Correct, the battle between Doomfist and the Overwatch team, Tracer, Winston and Genji, in the animated piece took place in the past before Overwatch was shut down." So yeah, just FYI there, this is something that happened a little while ago, and obviously since Tracer has been in other animated shorts that have taken place after that, Tracer is fine now, she's not dead or anything. I just wanted to include that in case there was any miscommunication or just any confusion there really. Anyway, moving on, we have a bit more of a silly one, I guess you could say, and it's asking if there's any alien life in the Overwatch universe, basically, this thread. Michael Chu jumps in a little bit later and says, "Have you visited the Cave of Mystery?" And a lot of people might have been confused by this answer at first, but it's basically a reference to Route 66. So Route 66's second attacking spawn is inside the Cave of Mystery. This is sort of a low-budget type of museum or exhibit of just alien life and speculation and theories and that sort of stuff. Either way, it's just a bit of a silly joke, but some of you might not actually have noticed that the second attacking spawn on Route 66 is inside this place, as you just quickly run out of it anyway. Moving on on to the final post from Michael Chu. We have someone asking about the Hanzo quote, "Such beauty is wasted upon the soul of a killer," saying that they only really hear this line on Ilios and they're wondering who Hanzo is referring to. But the thing is, Hanzo is not referring to a person, as Michael Chu clears up here with the following post. Hanzo is referring to the beauty of the landscape around him. So yeah, just some info there for all of you people that tend to speculate around certain voice lines or lore and that sort of stuff. And that pretty much sums it all up. That's all of Michael Chu's post about lore that have been made very recently. I guess it's sort of like lore and character info, but either way, that also wraps up this week's roundup. I hope all of you have enjoyed it. If you did, do leave a like on the video and subscribe for more Overwatch content as per usual. That's all for this time though. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care and we'll see you then.